In today's miniature, we started off with a white undercoat initially, and you can see in the under armour areas I've started off with Uriel yellow. Next I'm using Seraphim sepia, but I'm only covering the lower half on these leg joints, and it would take a couple of coats just to build up the layers, and I apologise for the quality of the video in this first piece. Next, once that coat's dry, a small line of Agrax Earthshade was applied at the very top of the Seraphim sepia, and then Dawn Yellow was applied directly next to the Agrax Earthshade to give a very sharp contrast between the light and the dark. And for the top of these joints, Flashgitch Yellow was used first, followed by Phalanx Yellow, just to show where the light is bouncing off of the joint areas. For the main armour, I've started off initially with Corvus Black, followed by Scaven Blight Dinge, and with the Scaven Blight Dinge I've picked out some of the sharper areas. I've also painted areas to show where the light is bouncing off large flat areas, especially across areas like the legs and the armour plates on the top of the head. And afterwards a small amount of Mechanica Standard Grey is going to be applied in said areas, again just to pick out further highlights. Rust Grey has been watered down with water and then applied onto the blades of the weapons, with the intent that this therefore will sink into the recesses. This has also been used on the groin plate, and it will be used for where the intestinal cables are as well. And once it's dry, Lothorn Blue will be watered down and applied onto these areas. Therefore, the Rust Grey should shine through underneath the blue colour. For the eye lenses, and also there's a few orb type areas on the back of the miniature and the weapon, I started off by painting it with a white paint first, just to make sure that there's no contaminating colours into the area. And once this is dry, Flashgitch Yellow was applied into the area, and then again waiting for it to dry, and then Fregan Orange Shade was applied, which gives it a nice glow to this area. Also, if it catches your interest, I've got a video done previously on how to do these Necron type bases. If that's something you want to look at, that will be in the description. And the symbol on the Necron's chest, again I started off by making sure it was white first, and then afterwards Nighthawk Gloom was applied to the area to finish this part of the miniature off. For the severed head the character is holding, the initial coat was Keslev Flesh, and then I used a mix of Keslev Flesh with Ulthuan Grey, and I didn't put too much highlighting into it, but I just put a little bit of highlight in just to add a bit of depth to the colour of the area. And for the vertebrae I used Upshapti bone originally, and then I stippled Blood for the Blood God over the area. You don't want to go too over the top and completely cover the area, but it looks a bit better if the blood effect is thicker in some areas than others. Remember to check out some of my other videos in the description below. If you like the video, remember to subscribe to help the channel, and also send links to your friends.